If you're already down in the comments making fun of me, you might as well subscribe while you're there. My hair's going to look like this for the next few videos, so let's just get it out of the way. Dumb and Dumber. Oliver Tree. Number 4 from Codename Kids Next Door. Great. Now I got to move on to today's story, which is one you might have already heard about from maybe Moist Critical or CoffeeZilla, because it's kind of old, but I'm talking about it for 2 reasons. First, I was stuck in a glass box, so I couldn't talk about it, and I wanted to. And second, there's been a few updates. Some apologies from not just iShowSpeed, but also the creator of the coin being Paradox Metaverse. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of whether or not this is a scam or someone making a genuine effort at making a Web3 product. But I think CoffeeZilla goes much more in depth and will do a much better explanation of what the coin is. And then you can, for yourself, decide if you think it's a scam or not. But I'll get to that in a little bit. For some background, iShowSpeed went on stream promoting this coin with a fake Cristiano Ronaldo impersonator and 25 PS5s he was going to give away. But chat got a little bit weird. They were like, this is a scam. And they were spamming that. And they were also donating with text-to-speech saying it was a scam, which got the people who created the coin a little bit anxious. Apparently, they got some calls from higher-ups, big investors, who said, why are people calling this thing a scam? I've given you money. This should not be a thing. So Speed muted, or so he thought, and then this happened.
All right, so look. It's cool now. Relax. Yo, relax. Why listen to chat? You'll see no more fucking scams. Trust me.
The mic is on.
I know. I'm just trying to make it. No. Bro, you know what I'm doing, bro. No. I'm not going to say that because then it's going to be obvious, bro. Just trust me, bro. Just chill.
Which isn't the greatest thing to hear in that muted session. Now, I will say some Speed fans have just jumped into the deep end of dick riding, saying kind of feels like he left the audio on purpose, okay, fair enough. But anyway, let's move on to how this stream even started. And it started with basically a few TikToks that went super viral and some tweets from Speed saying he met Cristiano Ronaldo. So it's him, and then pans over. Cristiano Ronaldo with a somewhat blank-looking Manchester United jersey, which that didn't date so well. This video got 52 million views. It was a big deal. And then he was hyping up that he was going to stream with Ronaldo. And I think this photo op in videos and TikToks were taken before the stream, but this is what happened on the stream anyway. Now, the whole idea was the Paradox people, the founders, got Cristiano Ronaldo, and they were going to show this big surprise to Speed if he was able to reach 2,000 followers for their account, which the viewers did, and they were like, here's the surprise, and hey, it's Ronaldo. But obviously, this was a bit of a joke, and chat caught on very quickly that this is not Cristiano Ronaldo. It's like Christopher Ronald McDonald, and Speed, in this sketch, found out he wasn't Cristiano Ronaldo by asking him to juggle the soccer ball.
Just dribble the ball, do something.
What do we,
Like, just do something.
like this?
Just like,
To which he rages in hilarious fashion and breaks his TV and PS5. The PS5 is probably fine, but yeah, that was that. And so that's what the stream was, and it was basically trying to create some hype around what was promoting a crypto, which isn't the hottest thing to do in the streaming world. I mean, there are very real and genuine actors in the crypto space who are trying to create Web3 innovations, which is a sentence that I feel like killing myself when I say out loud. But there are so many bad faith actors that even saying the word crypto, NFT, Web3, immediately turn off 95% of people, 99% if you're in the gaming world. And before we jump to the next, I have to tell you about our sponsor of today's video, which is me again. How's it going? It's the Chess Boxing Championship. Look, it's coming up. December 11th is only 3 weeks away, and if you want a ticket, do I have a deal for you? It's code Ludwig at checkout. If you go to ludwig.gg, you type in code Ludwig, you get 10% off. I call that a Black Friday deal around where I'm from. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I hope to see you there. It'll be fun. We just got a women's card, and there will be many surprises like Cristiano Ronaldo or an impersonator that I'll hire. Anyway, here's the question. Is it a scam? Because if he's just promoting a crypto, then that's not that big of a deal. I mean, some people certainly hate the idea of crypto, but it is not in itself an evil. It is just mostly used by bad faith actors for evil or just making mass amounts of money. Well, I'll let the founders take this one for me.
Great. Advertising 10x to 100x, is that a get-rich-quick scheme? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, now that kind of speaks for itself. This is CoffeeZilla talking to the two founders. And anything that's promising 10x or 100x is a scam. I mean, of course it is. Any get rich quick scheme or anything like that, any path that seems like a shortcut in life is always too good to be true. It's just not how things work. It's just not how things work. Unless you feel like greater fool theory is something that you want to make money on. If you want to make money because you've just duped someone else into buying something that they shouldn't have for more money than they should have, then maybe. But this kind of speaks for itself in a lot of ways. And there was a whole apology video from the creators of the coin after this entire drama blew up that they posted on their channel yesterday. And look, go no further than me finding out this guy also has a get rich class that he sells, where he clickbaited a video called No Clickbait about how someone stole his $600,000 Huracan, and here you can get this class, and that's how you get rich. Look, this is the people that we are dealing with here. But he did an apology video, and just the intro alone shows how dishonest they are willing to be.
We wanted to make this stream as entertaining as possible. As you can see, we succeeded. As you can see from the screenshots, we had a 92.3% success rate of people liking the stream.
Yeah, you had a 92.3% success rate where the normal is 98.6. That's bad. That was a bad thing to show. They're basically trying to say it wasn't a scam because people actually liked the stream, and that everybody who called it a scam was actually a bot. And the reason we can tell it was a bot is because there was huge spikes in chatter growth and viewership during those periods. And then because people saw the bot spamming scam, they believed it was scam like the sheep they are, because cancel culture and liberals, which seems like a pretty roundabout thing to say. Look, the reason I think it's a scam is because of the promises given, right? I don't think this is a rug pull because the founders are locked out from selling their coins, so they can't even rug pull. I think it's an attempt at making long-term money by promising people they'll get 10x, 100x returns, so put all your money into it, so then a year from now, they'll have a multi-million dollar project. But the problem is, you're not going to get those returns. And he's even lying in this apology video about how you still will.
There was no evidence. There was no substance. If we was a scam, why would we still be here? If we was a rug pull, why would the price not go down? We are up 600% on the first 5 minutes of launch.
Okay, I don't really think cherry-picked stats are worth talking about, so let's talk about the big picture, which is the Paradox Metaverse price. Now, this wasn't a super purchased coin, so maybe good for iShow's speed. Only 1.3% of the total pool was actually purchased. But the coin, if you bought it before at pre-launch, at pre-sale, the IDO, before it was publicly available, was listed for 3 cents. And it's now worth about 6 cents, 7 cents, which would make you think, oh, you've doubled your money. Well, not exactly. That was only for people in the pre-sale. People who bought it as it initially came out purchased it for a price of, let's see here, 11 cents. And it's gone down to 7 cents. So it is down on the initial launch if you were part of the main wave. But maybe you're thinking to yourself, well, Ludwig, what if you got the pre-sale? Then you're making money. Not really. Not really. Because the way that works is that you only get 20% of the amount of money you put in on the token generation event. That's what TGE stands for. I'm sad I know this, but I do know this. And then there's a 2-month cliff, which basically means you have to wait 2 months. And then you'll get 5% vested, aka you'll get 5% of the amount of money you put in tokens every single month. So it'll take about, 18 months total to get all of the money you've invested in tokens if you're part of the initial sale. And I'm willing to make a bet 18 months from now, the price of this coin will be less than the IDO. I'm willing to make that bet. If the founder sees this and wants to take the bet with me, let's do it. Let's put $100 on it. Let's put a rack on it. I'm down because I think there is no universe that anybody is going to be making money on this idea because it's too big in scope. They're trying to create a crypto. They're trying to create a production company. They're trying to create a pay-to-earn game with a game that looks kind of like Saints Row, but it's too big in scope, and it will fail as they do. So I do think they are scamming in that they are over-promising things. I don't think they're scamming in the way that a lot of other influencers have scammed by rug pulling and immediately having a high spike in price and then trying to profit immediately. I think this is a longer-term scam of trying to get people to believe their idea that only works if people believe in their idea. Anyway, let's talk about Speed now, who is the other person in this. Did he scam? Did he know better? Now, to clarify, Speed is a 17-year-old kid, which is a crazy fact to me. And I actually like Speed a lot. I know a lot of people will say loud equals funny. He's only entertaining for kids. But I think also people give kids a hard time. People give teens a hard time. One of the biggest insults I always see is, oh, your audience is just 14, 16, whatever. Those are the people who make culture. Those are the people who made Elvis Presley famous. They're the people who made the Beatles famous. They're the people who made BTS famous. They're the people who will shape our world in the future. So it's just like, to me, crotchety old man to wave your hand being like, I can't believe these kids like that. That's what people like. That's what's hip. That's what's new. And so I like Speed. But I also think he's 17 and he's doing some dumb things. And he has a much bigger responsibility than most 17-year-olds who are allowed to be dumbass 17-year-olds that, fuck up. He's not. He's not allowed to fuck up as much. He has an audience of over 10 million people. You're just not allowed to fuck up when you have that many eyeballs on you. Now, this entire project is backed by a billionaire, so I don't know exactly what was promised to Speed, whether it was money or maybe access to go to the World Cup or maybe to actually meet Cristiano Ronaldo, and this was like the lead-up hype. I think it was probably something that he didn't feel like he had access to by himself, and he probably just believed the goodwill of the people. But it's his job to do the due diligence of researching the product you promote to your viewers. And I think the only thing he actually cared about was making sure the stream, even though it was a huge promo sellout for the coin, I mean, it was on the back fucking wall. It was on their shirts. It was cringily inserted into the stream. The deliverables were absurd. He had a tweet that he shilled the coin out for. I think he has the due diligence of making sure that it isn't something fishy. That on the side, the people that he's working with aren't saying this is about to 10x your viewers' money. And I don't think he did any of that. That's what you have to do as a creator. That is your job. Look, I was offered for the chess boxing event a gambling sponsorship. I was. And it was something that I honestly am not too against. It was like basically to do sports bets, prop bets for certain matchups. Like, hey, who do you think will get a knockout? Will it be Disguised Toast or Abroad in Japan? And you could put money and win money for it. And I like doing those kind of bets. But this will also be the event that has the most viewers I've ever had. Why would I use the biggest voice I have to promote the worst thing that I'm a fan of? So I said no. Also because I don't want to deal with the 13 train wreck DMs if I did it. But I said no. And there's a lot of times where I look around, and there's a lot of times where I ask the people in my life to review these things for me. Like just yesterday, I asked Stans if he thought a sponsor that wanted to work with me was chill. Because I trust his moral compass, and sometimes mine can be a little bit jaded. It's about having people around you that you can trust, that you can honestly ask, hey, am I doing something fucking dumb? Because if you're stuck in an echo chamber, or worse, you're only stuck with people who care about making money, so they're just going to try to convince you to do whatever makes them money, even if it makes you money too, that's not always a good thing. Now, Speed's apologies, I think, left a little something to be desired. This was his first one talking about it.
I made a mistake. I'm not that smart, I'm gonna be honest, bro. But as I go, I get smarter and smarter, bro. I made a little mistake, that I wish I never did, but I'm not a scammer, bro. A day of my life, I would never scam you guys. Just remember that, bro. A day of my life. I care about you guys so freaking much, bro. I love y'all so much, bro. You can ask anybody in my family. Who do I love the most? I love Speed Game the most.
Okay, and then this was the second one because people kept spamming scammer in his chat.
It's pissing me off, bro. I don't even like streaming no more, bro. That's all these spam now, bro. I don't even like streaming no more. Like every comment is that, bro. Literally every comment. I'm not talking about it. It's so annoying, bro. Hey.
And that's the worst thing that's going to come out of this for Speed, is that he has lost a fraction of his fan base because they now think he's a scammer. And that's his fault. That's like you reap what you sow. That is the punishment for promoting something that he did not do the due diligence of checking beforehand. Yeah, he's 17. Yeah, he'll fuck up. Yeah, he'll make mistakes. But what are the consequences for those mistakes? They're a lot bigger in scale. The same way, the harm from those mistakes are a lot bigger in scale too. So I think this is like a good correction. This is the natural course of things. People get mad at you for doing a thing. He's never going to fucking do it again. I guarantee that, because I know he's fucking miserable having to deal with a chat calling him a scammer every day. He's going to get one guide for the next month until hopefully it blows over by then and he can try to move on. But Speed, this is your wake-up call. And make sure you got people in your life. That's the most important thing you can have as a creator, who often get a little too hung up in their own world when it's a tiny fucking world in comparison to the entire one that we all get to live in. Anyway, thank you all for watching. That's all I got. Hopefully that was a little more context added to it. And if you didn't hear about it, then hopefully I was able to enlighten you. All right, thank you. Goodbye. Stop making fun of my haircut. Goodbye. See you later. Stop making fun of me, please.